Hey guys, Corey Dickman here from Dickman Fitness, featuring in this video talking about some great hip mobility exercises for you guys to improve your squat. So how can we improve mobility in and around the hip to improve your squat? There's lots of exercises, lots of things that I like to do to enhance squatting for strength, but there are a few things that I want to point out in this video to help you guys out. Okay, so the first one, simple kneeling hip flexor stretch. So when we talk about the hip, all the muscles around the hip need to be in good position or in optimal flexibility in order to get and obtain a good depth on the squat. So we're talking about hamstrings, adductors, quads, hip flexors, glutes, and even the muscles around the ankle. So a few of those exercises that I'm going to point out right now are beneficial to be accomplished every day. Okay, so the first one, kneeling hip flexor. Straight down from the hip, foot in position in front, knee at 90 degrees, drop your hips forward. Squeeze that back glute. You'll feel some separation here in the quad and hip flexor. These exercises can be done after a dynamic warm-up, 2 to 3 minutes of light walk, light jog, into some dynamic stretching, hip circles, leg swings, stuff like that. So this is kind of done in between set or even after in a cool down to obtain range of motion. So 30 seconds to a minute. So it also can be done standing, heel down, hips forward. Switching legs, same thing here, okay? Second exercise, a butterfly, which can be done seated or up against the wall, which is a new exercise that I'm kind of diving into as far as improving hip mobility. Okay, for example here, pull the feet in nice and close. I like to go against the wall. I have more leverage then. I can stick and hold my feet in this position. I'm going to drive my knees down nice and easy and relax. If it's a little tight or tender, just take your time diving into the stretch, relaxing, and repeating. Okay? Also can be done on your back, butt against the wall, rotate up, butt against the wall, let your feet in a flex position, turn them out and let them drop down. On this one, you want to kind of turn the toes out and down gradually every couple seconds here. Loosen up the hamstring and the groin here, optimal for squat depth. Okay? Those are a couple of my main go-to stretches for hip mobility. As far as any release techniques go, you can use a foam roller and hit any of these areas to kind of release any adhesions or tightness you have built up in your muscle bellies. Okay, so quad hip flexor or TFL, flex that foot or that knee and grind into the outside of the quads into the hip flexor. Okay, so also be done on the outside, into the outside of the hamstring and inner groin here. Okay, just place yourself on top of the foam roll. This can also be done with a softball as well. Okay, 1 to 2 minutes on each area. Before routine is optimal, before you get into any kind of dynamic warm-up, I like to dive into these foam rolling exercises. Okay, so lastly, what I like to do is a crossover glute stretch. So I'll cross that knee over and just kind of play around with different angles on this too. You can lean towards your foot, knee at 90 degrees. It's also called a pigeon stretch. You can square off your shoulders with your shin. You kind of lean towards your knee. That'll stretch that piriformis out and maybe even relieve some sciatic nerve issues or any tightness you have down your leg. Okay, so there you have it, guys. We have hip flexor, flexibility here, butterfly, or what I call the wall V stretch with your legs, opening up the hamstring and groin, crossover glute stretch, and then foam rolling at around the hamstrings, outside your leg, the hip flexors, quads, and even into the calves. Okay, so they've begun several times during the week, 2 or 3 sets for up to 1 minute to 2 minutes. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Some of these things are great for improving your squat so you can get stronger, get healthier, and take full advantage. Have fun, guys. Stay tuned.